everybody, before I get started, I have an announcement to make. Late last year, I had started another YouTube channel called Brothers of the Sword Productions. And I'm going to be decoding quite a few of the unsolved mysteries that yet have had no answers. And right now, I'm in part 4 of Island Prophesy. And if you're at all interested in the Oak Island mystery, or if you've been watching The Curse of Oak Island, you'll be really interested in picking up on this part 4 because it's getting so interesting. Part 4 is called Thoth and the Eclipsing Star System, and Thoth is an Egyptian god. Now if you're interested in watching this, I have the link down in the description box. And now on with the show. Hey Cancer, kind of looks like there's some changes coming down the line. Now the first big trip switch is going to be the new moon solar eclipse in your sign on July 12th. New moons bring new things. This is going to start setting the pace for the next 6 months, and for some a year. Your cosmic shift is going to be going from conflict to peace. This is what you're going to be striving for. Now the rune card that you received was Mannaz, and this means man, mankind, humanity. But it has to do with soul searching within yourself so you can connect to the other people in more of a shared experience, the cosmic conscious collective. This card is about self-awakening, finding tolerance, kindness, understanding, and having your unconscious inner self open for traffic to the conscious foreself side. You're seeking harmony and shared experiences. Now the Minchiati card that I pulled for you was Ether. Ether's really interesting. It's the top hierarchy of all of the elements of the tarot cards. You have Ether way on top that binds everything. For Wands, spirit. Swords, intellect. Cups, emotions. Pentacles, earth. Down to the ground. I think of it as this dark matter that the scientists say exists. 80 to 90% of our world is dark matter, but they can't detect it. I think it does exist. It exists in the conscious collective between humanity. Now the overall energy card that you received is the Six of Swords, and this bodes really well with the Mannaz and Ether cards. The Six of Swords represents going from turbulent to tranquil waters, seeking peace, moving away from conflicts. This is a stereotypic idea of sailing away. Maybe you're going to be going on a retreat, finding a respite for a week and going out camping. And this card too indicates understanding and tolerance. If there's been some conflict in your life, maybe it's time to just cut your losses. Walk away. 6 is the number of love, harmony, and peace. Now the cards on the left, for the what you know category, you received the High Priestess and the Hermit. You have a lot of time out cards in this reading. It's kind of saying just take a big breath and relax. The High Priestess is about spiritual understanding. Looking for signposts of things because they're going to be there. Signs are going to be all around you. As long as you can interpret them, you're going to have some insight coming in. Cosmic insight. She's connecting you to the cosmos. This is the spiritual path that you're going to walk. That's going to bring in intuition, dreams, synchronicities. Casual events that don't seem connected, all of a sudden you start connecting the dots. Wow, that's connected to that. And the Hermit too is about going within yourself, seeking wisdom, finding guidance, going away from the distractions of life and leaving the things on the side of the road that no longer serve you anymore. Shed fruitless emotions that you don't no longer need to be bound up inside. The one thing that will give you more peace than anything else is just live for the day, live for the moment. Don't dwell on the past. Don't wig out over what's going to happen in the future because it hasn't happened yet. The one thing that is going to maintain or acquire peace is the 2 cards that are next door. for what is or can be yours, because strangely enough, you received the Justice card twice. In the presence of the Justice card, it's saying usually that some things were out of balance and they're not going back into balance. Represents truth, fairness, fair-mindedness, personal integrity. There's a cosmic order to everything. And if you end up finding a place now where you can find peace, there's going to be cosmic order for you. There's the natural laws, cosmic laws, and then there's man-made laws, and we have to go by them too. And sometimes this represents that there's some type of court proceedings, contracts, under negotiations, things that are being agreed upon, hopefully. But then again, the presence of the Justice card, and two of them here can say that things are going to sway your way. This is where you make those minor adjustments so you keep balance on the scale. In the cards next door, for your awareness or self-awareness, you receive the Eight of Pentacles and Temperance. A lot of people have received the Eight of Pentacles this month. It's time to build some things. Time to utilize your talents and skills towards applying it to certain things. Maybe some new projects are coming in. Maybe this is where the negotiations and agreements are coming in as well. 8 is the number of karmic equilibrium. It's about meshing with the intangible with the tangible, the spiritual with the physical, bringing things all together like ether, an all-accompanying mist that binds everything together, brings in that balance that you're looking for, the spirit, mind, body. Temperance is once again telling you to balance things out, find moderation, clear things away for spiritual well-being. Because that's what the High Priestess and the Hermit want you to find is well-being. A lot of people went to college and they didn't really understand why. And a lot of times it's because you just want to be a well-rounded person. Temperance is now telling you to drive the boat. But have the faith that the cosmos is directing you to where you should be going. Because this card also is about guardianship and people overseeing you and assisting you and helping you. You stay in control and oversee things. Things are just going to fall into place and be very productive. This card here is reminding you about having some self-awareness of your spiritual self. Now the cards in the future have some changes and another respite card in it, which is really strange. Got the Tower, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Cups. The Tower is saying there's going to be some change of circumstances coming in, and hopefully so, because now you're seeking peace, going away from conflict. I like the Tower card. It's kind of like cleaning out a closet that hasn't been cleaned for a couple years. The only thing you can depend on in life is change, and sometimes you can't keep the status quo, nor do you want to. Change isn't dramatic if you accept it. Okay, what do we need to do now next? Because here you have the Ace of Swords, and it's saying, yeah, you've got a new sword, promise of a new sword beginning. But it's really up to you how you're going to weld this sword. This sword's got two really sharp edges to it. You have to make sure that you do everything that's beneficial for you and the people around you to maintain this peace. The Four of Pentacles up there is reminding you sometimes that you can't keep things in the status quo. The Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, but really its job is to cut through the crap and get to the heart of the matter. Now you have the Hanged Man there, and this is another respite card saying, yeah, sit back, take a look at what's going on, find some new perspectives for things. The Hanged Man is very similar to the Hermit back there. It's about acquiring wisdom, tolerance, understanding, insight. You're doing some soul searching now, and now you have the Seven of Cups card coming up for the very last card. And this card is about having some splayed energy. And you don't want that splayed energy anymore. You want to be able to choose from those 7 cups what is right for you. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.